You might have broken a thing or two of them. Oh, wait.
No, I didn't break those.
I want those arcades you have. They're really hard to find on their website.
Yeah, because they're all back ordered and you can't find them anymore. They removed them all from their website.
Hey, everybody.
Did
We're
they really?
This is a live part
Until
of
they started getting stuff back in because the back
of our
orders
show.
were just racking up.
I did find them, but they don't have a picture of them on there. So you got to dig deep and
got to dig.
I talked to Jeremy and he said that's the reason. They said just with logistics and everything, they're having issues. They pulled it all off.
Yeah.
They're reevaluating stuff.
I'm gonna go with that new
and-
adventure system they have at some
Well,
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're focusing on, bringing all those kits back in.
Are they
getting
gonna
everything?
bring them in
What's
the
up,
quad
Mark?
again?
Yes, they
Okay.
were working on
Mike.
re-uploading everything. It's because we couldn't get the inventory.
Right.
Jason. Yeah, Mike, you're absolutely right. Reaper is injured, and Billy hasn't stopped crying about it. So,
No, I'm not.
not at all.
Crying
Hasn't
about it?
stopped the whole time.
Oh, fudge. I need my laptop for the comments.
Use your phone.
Use your phone. I don't know how to do that, but use your phone. Because we are live. It says right there, we are
How
live.
can you use your phone to carry files? Like, how can I transfer a file to my phone?
Yeah, use the Files app in iCloud,
Okay.
and then you have it anytime you need it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start using that.
It's brilliant. Yeah, Jason, we're going to talk about that on the show tonight. So
I look like ass right now.
you feel
Like,
Yes, I do feel like ass too.
It seems like the things are off kilter a bit in the video, and it's
well, I
driving
think
me
Yes.
we are. It's panned too far to the.
I think the camera itself
No,
needs
I-
to move like
to the
6
left.
inches toward Don,
No, I think it's got to go. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
but I don't know.
Oh. You okay, buddy?
We almost died. What's up, Jake? Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Ron Hawk. What's happening? No, just like literally pick up the tripod and move it that way. But don't change the camera.
Whoa.
There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Nope.
Now,
Way too far. You got to go the other way.
no, you're good. Just raise the camera up. Oh, no, stop. That's making me dizzy.
Right? Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
So my son got an Oculus.
Yeah.
That makes me dizzy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wow.
Yeah, that VR stuff is pretty crazy. All right, now turn the camera this way just a little bit towards you. You might have to turn the whole tripod. Better. Now lift it up. Take it up to the ceiling just a little bit. There's half our logo. No. Like pull down on that little lever thing. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Wow,
Yeah,
and we're
that's better.
fixing it live here on the
Oh, there it
Jeep
goes.
Live
Look at it.
podcast.
You drifted up.
I love it.
Hey, we got to get that pipe spanner up. We did promise.
We do. Where is it? Oh, is it out in your garage?
It's out in the garage, yeah.
It's in the tube. Did you get to meet Matt from Bleeping Jeep? I believe so.
I met Matt. Yes, I met Matt and Colt and Josh.
Man, it was like a star-studded weekend at freaking
Yeah,
AOAA.
Chuck
it was.
Converse, which is, let me tell you, probably one of the most hands-down dudes. Like,
Yeah.
genuine, awesome guy. Super cool to hang out with. Hung out with Marvin Stammel for Friday and Saturday.
Save it
Good
for the
people.
show. Save
Yeah.
it for the show. But yeah, I mean, the last
So what we're
9
talking about real
days
quick,
have been huge.
if you're wondering what this is, at Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip. Look it up on Instagram real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Facebook,
Do it.
Instagram. Go look it up.
While you're there, share our
And
show
share
out.
our stuff.
Oh yeah, share the show out.
Yeah.
Share the show out.
Yeah.
It's been a big week for us. You know, it's been a big week. Last 9 days. We'll bring that up in the show. But also we've got some great partners I want to talk about. I just want to mention their names real quick. I won't spend a lot of time on it. The guys over at Pipes.
Pipes.
I literally got stopped at the BFG booth in Bantam as I'm driving by, and they stopped me, ran over, and said, "Man, your rig sounds awesome." And I went into my spiel with pipes, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard them. They're great."
They are great.
I was like, "Go get a set.
Very great.
Go get a set.
They are
And
very, very
You can
great.
use my discount code."
Mm.
Um,
What is that discount code real quick?
I don't remember what it is. I don't.
Jeep Life.
Is it Jeep Life?
Pretty sure it's Jeep
Yeah.
Life.
I didn't put any notes.
It'll be in the
together.
notes in the
It
in
will
the show
be
notes.
in the show
Yep.
notes. Yep.
It's in the old show notes, too.
What's up, Jason? Power Tank is another partner of ours. Cold Case, Armor Light. Because we'll probably go in order of Bantam, then Northwest guys, and then we'll finish up with Ultimate Off-Road Field Trip.
Northwest guys transitioned into Ultimate 4x4.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
Did they wheel with that group?
No,
then?
they didn't.
Oh.
But Friday night we were hanging out and
Hanging
partying,
out, yeah.
Yeah.
keeping the rain away, singing it away.
I like it. So let's do this. I'm gonna hit that and Jeep Life, the app on board yet? Not with us. I mean, other than we were like one of the first people
podcasts
that
had them out.
that hosted them. So we'll see.
We're always usually somebody's first.
We are. I 100%.
I feel like we are.
We are. We're everybody's springboard into stardom, and then
Like a freaking stepping stone.
yeah, and then we're stuck
Forgot
under the
about-
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hit that button.
Jeep Life who?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life podcast. We're that podcast where we celebrate that Jeep life and everything that goes along with it. And man, have we lived it in the last week. I'm Jeep and Terry,
I'm Buggy Bill.
Dr. Don.
and we're here to entertain, educate, and maybe mispronounce some words.
Guaranteed we're mispronouncing. Huh?
Did you just say guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Yes, guaranteed.
I need a all you photoshoppers out there. I need Billy photoshopped with a Karen haircut. if you
Guaranteed.
if you can make that happen.
Billy's wiped out, man.
Yeah, well, this is the first time that the three of us have been in the same place
2-3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've all been doing and living like full out Jeep stuff. It's been crazy.
Absolutely.
So we don't have an agenda tonight, which
no
is
agenda. And
no problem.
No trucks given.
Oh man, that was like last year about this time.
About this time.
Yeah.
We just got together and
Yeah.
Well,
and
It was after we
no,
were
it was
wheeling.
the same exact thing. It was Hollie's weekend.
It
We
was.
came back. I barely made it.
No, it was we were out wheeling at AOAA, and we came back. It might have been. It was a little before
Or
this.
was
It
that
was
the-
in May.
That was the guys' weekend.
it might have been.
I think. I don't even think we were up for the weekend. I think we were out just on a Sunday, and we were going to record up there. And we sat at the picnic tables.
Oh, yeah, and it was so windy and
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
were like, no agenda, no problem. But
Yeah.
but close to the same time.
Okay.
That's okay. We can handle this. We are truly professionals. Before we get into it, because the majority of our show tonight is going to be us talking about the stuff that we've done over the last 10 days or so. So I want to real quick kind of go through the logistics of talking about events that we have coming up. And I know that I'm catching us all off guard with this because I didn't put an agenda together at all.
I'm
There
game.
was
Ready
nothing
to go.
on it.
Let's go.
But where are we going to be?
So, the next event we're heading to is Wildwood, New Jersey for New Jersey Jeep Invasion. And that is July 15th to the 17th down in Wildwood, New Jersey, that is. And, we had such a blast there last time.
Such a blast.
Can't wait.
It's
to
a
go.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know that we're going to we're just gonna be available the whole time. We got stuff we're gonna try to give away. I've come up with a couple of things that we can give away at the booth, so maybe we'll do a giveaway on each day. My idea is to have some magnets. They did come in.
Cool.
So we'll have those. We'll be giving things away.
I'll have a table full of broken parts.
Yeah, exactly. Museum pieces, if you will.
Absolutely.
All right. What's after that?
After that, we are going to be heading to Carlisle, Pennsylvania for All Breeds Jeep Fest.
Yeah.
And I heard they put in an obstacle course up there.
Like a permanent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked for that. I think I'm going to have Reaper out there.
Giving tours again.
Yep, giving rides again. So head on over to PA All Breeds Jeep Fest. Get your tickets. That is July 23rd to the 24th. And then we're going to be heading down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for a great Smoky Mountain Jeep invasion. And that is August 25th to the 27th. And then I don't got much after that. Oh, we are going to be heading out to Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania Trail Ride, Fall Ride. That is going to be September 17th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, mark your calendar if you're in the area. September 17th is the Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania Trail Ride.
I love it. And I can't wait to do those events and be available for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I love it. It's always good fun to meet fans and to meet people that, kind of pay attention to us. And I know Don's I'd rather sit in the back of the booth and be with Alias and and
fix stuff.
If somebody needs
a
question, I'll answer it. Kind of thing.
Sorry, not to be an ass. I just don't. I don't know.
You're not the most social person
I'm really
to
not.
start with,
and we're good with
and
that.
then you brighten up and become the cherry on the cupcake.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
I'm good standing off in the back.
I love it. But so we'll be there. It'll be a lot of fun at all those events, and I was trying to. We were going to announce. I think next week is when we're going to announce.
Yep, next week.
Our contestants for
YouTube.
Our
for the
our game show.
Yes,
the Pipes game show.
Need to do that.
We do need to do that.
I'll take care of that too.
We're waiting for submissions. I've got I think 6 people right now. I'm down to 6 people.
We need to iron out how we're going to do that too.
Yeah, so we'll narrow it down to a manageable classroom.
I think we could do, if we use the right platform, we can do 10, no problem.
You want to do 10?
We can do Zoom.
Okay, well then
Zoom. I'm sorry. We can use
Kahoot.
Kahoot.
Yeah. All right. Well then I will reach back into the bucket of names and pull out more.
Unless you want to just do 5, but like I said, we could easily.
I was
manage.
thinking 5 would be easier to manage.
Let's do it. 5 it is,
5 it is.
And I'll get it set up on Kahoot.
All right.
All Jeep questions all day.
All right. So if you haven't already, and I've got a bunch, go to info@jeeplifepodcast.com and send in a request that you want to be on the game show or any of our platforms, Instagram or Facebook. Just send us a personal message, and we'll do that.
And just remember, everybody out there, if you don't send the message, you can't get entered.
Yeah, saying it on our chat here, Christina, isn't going to help because as soon as we're done with this, we forget about it. So make sure to send that in.
Email.
And we're going to pick like 5 names out of that because I think 5 is a very manageable.
I like it. I'm good.
Number.
I'll get that set up, and then you just are going to have to run it through your end.
All right.
So everybody can see it.
We'll figure that out.
Yep.
As well, what we'd like to do is our Pipes giveaway extravaganza is going on as well. We're waiting for those video submissions. Get those video submissions in of why you want a pipe system on your rig. I got stopped at the BFG booth by folks that worked there and wanted to know about my exhaust because it sounded so killer.
Does sound good.
It sounds really good.
Now that the tires are figured out.
You can hear it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so get on it because Pipes is giving away 2 systems, one for our game show and one for our video contest.
Sweet.
And it'll be a lot of fun. And is that all the logistics that we have?
That's it. I'm just putting some notes in here.
Excellent.
YouTube, first of all, make sure you go and subscribe.
Yeah.
Second of all, we just had our 750th, our winner, Mike Reidenbach.
Yeah.
Saw him over the weekend. Of course, I didn't have the prize pack for him. You know,
Yeah.
I will see him again shortly. Don't worry. But, you know, I think we got another one going on. What is that? It's going to be the big old 1,000.
1,000 get you a prize pack.
1,000.
Esther, you're right. Karaoke would be a great idea for a video for somebody. So do a karaoke video.
Uh-oh.
That'd be cool.
I have to get that approved.
That'd be cool.
No, not video that's taken this past weekend of karaoke.
Okay.
Because that happened.
No, he means them doing karaoke.
Yeah.
Not to change the subject, but oh my freaking tire. Baja Pro X?
Yeah. Yeah.
What a gnarly freaking looking tire, man.
Oh, yeah. The Pro X. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How much is that a tire?
I don't know.
It's a
I'm
lot.
looking.
Freaking
It's a lot.
expensive.
It's $4,377 each.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right. Well, over the last 10 days, we've done some really fun, exciting Jeep kind of things. Bantam Jeep Festival was last weekend.
Yeah, you were there, right?
Yeah, the Jeep Heritage Festival. It was, it's a celebration. It's only 11 years old, but it's a huge show. It's
First of all, have you been home in 2 weeks?
No, not really. No, I took a nap this afternoon.
Yeah, that's it.
and that was the first time I slept in my bed. But it was a big event, and it was bigger than I expected. It's about the size of, I guess, PA Jeep's All Breeds.
You think
show.
so? I thought it was bigger than that.
And maybe it's bigger.
Space is bigger for sure, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's spread out. I mean, like they have it downtown. They get the downtown thing.
Right. So it is big, and they do it. It's so seamless. They have a bazillion volunteers that run it, and so it's organized to where everybody comes in. The parking is very organized. It seemed like getting to the booth was very organized, and then they just have music and kind of an MC that goes along and tells you all the events that are coming up. But it was killer. And talking about an obstacle course, so they have off-site trail rides that are guided that you can sign up for.
But didn't they have to close those? I heard them talking about something they had to close this year because there was like a reforestation or something that they were
maybe
doing.
they changed the location.
Okay.
But they still had it. It was pretty substantial.
Yeah.
They had night rides. They had Babes of Bantam rides. Then they have on-site trail rides, and then they have the obstacle course, which they call the playground. And there's 3 or 4 different levels of difficulty there. Lots of challenges that take a stock Jeep up to a real rig. And then they've got the mud pit, which it's
Is there a bypass for that?
there is actually. And Bill's just showing a shot of Reaper on its side crying.
And you drove out of that too, right?
I drove out of that.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yes, there is a bypass for it. So there's one major mud puddle, and then the second one is a concreted mud puddle that's just there so you can go through and get
wash the stuff off.
That's
That's nice.
of the mud off.
I like that. Now that I would do. I would
Yeah.
creep through that just to wash the undercarriage.
Yeah. And they had a front end loader there ready to go to pull anybody that couldn't make it. I watched a YJ try 5 times.
Oh yeah,
and on
people.
the
It's
5th
like
time
they just
succeeded.
jump in all 4 tires,
Yeah.
and hammer down and.
Well, and Scott, yeah, mud is bad. We all agree mud
Yeah,
is bad.
mud
It's not good
sucks.
for the underside. It's not good for the mechanic that's going to crawl under there.
Right.
But it's fun to watch, if nothing more, because they have grandstands set up to watch all this stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But front end loader, they'll pull the people out. And
Yeah.
If you go into it real gingerly, you're not making it.
Yeah.
If you power through it,
Yeah. Well, it's that
You
thick
may or
stuff,
may
so you
not.
got to clear
Yeah.
the tires,
Yeah.
and I just. Ugh.
yeah, no. Not any good.
Turns my stomach just thinking about it. I'm still scraping off mud from freaking AOA, and I pressure washed mine twice, and I wasn't trying for.
Right. Yeah. Mud sucks.
Mud
It's
sucks.
terribly located.
Bantam?
No, the
Oh,
mud.
the mud. Oh, yeah. It
At
gets on top
AOA
of the
in
frame
general.
rails, and and then you have to go around things. There's not a trail
Well, but
that you can go to and not hit something.
At least, I don't know, the mud at AOAA, and I don't know how it is at Bantam. I can't speak for that because I've never been there, but it just reappears. Everything looks really clean, and then the Jeep dries, and it's full of mud
right.
again. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. And then the vendor city was unbelievable.
How many do you think were there?
There's not as many as last year, but still a good chunk of change. I mean, there was a lot.
Like, who was there? I know you said BFG was there, right?
BFG, Mickey Thompson. I mean, all the major brands that you would think
Right.
were there. Just in suspensions, Rockside Engineering, everybody you could imagine, and face painters. You know, and you know,
Make me look like in front of a Jeep.
Right. Well, I get to the Armorlight booth the first day to set up. I get there early and kind of set everything up. I look directly across the aisleway on a diagonal from them, and it's face painters. And I was like, "Oh, this'll suck." It didn't at all, but it was awesome. Then. You walking from vendor to vendor, but it was great to hang out with Hollie and Marvin, and I'm walking by and I get
Met
tackled by
Andrew Bailey too.
Yep.
Andrew was out there.
And then Amsoil.
Alfred and Chill was out there.
So Jerry was there.
Jerry was there.
That.
I actually did a live with them in the booth, and they're there with Scott. Scott's one of the reps for he does a lot of ambassador, if you will.
Right.
And he's got this sweet hauler that's just. You can live in it. You can put your Jeep up in it and use a lift. And
hauler.
It's amazing.
Crawler hauler.
Yeah.
So do you get to hang out with Andrew at all?
No.
Andrew?
No.
Bailey?
No. I didn't get to hang out with anybody. It was interesting because people recognized me left and right.
Well, you're the face of the show.
Well, I always say I have a face for radio, but
apparently not.
Everywhere I would go, I would get
a little more
stopped.
attractive than you thought you were.
I know. I'm out with Matt. We're doing stuff for work, and I would get stopped, and Matt would just keep going, and I'd end up meeting him 45 minutes later over at the obstacle course or wherever we planned to go.
Right.
But it was interesting to walking up the aisleway. The Marketplace aisleway, getting tackled by Hollie,
right.
And you're a fanboy. I'm a fanboy.
Genuine.
She is genuine, and she's the kindest soul. I was thinking about it on the way here. If I was her and Walter, I would already be way bitter and wouldn't want to see anybody. I would throw bricks at them as they came
That
near.
would so be me.
Right,
Yeah.
I know that would be
Yeah.
exactly. But they are genuinely nice all the time.
Yeah.
Thursday morning, I saw them up at AOAA. They were working on the rig, and I even doubted whether or not I should go up there. I'd walked up there, and I got within like 25 yards, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not going to bother them. They're working," and they saw me and came running. I mean, it was, genuine people.
Yes, absolutely.
She's kind to everybody.
Like literally shirt off her own back to give you, and
super supportive.
Yep.
I think she is the best representation of the female off-roader, period. And there are some great people out there that are females that are off-roading, and they're badasses.
Yes.
They are badasses. But as far as an overall representation of that, I don't think you can do better than Hollie Fowler. And we got a chance to hang out with her a lot.
I couldn't disagree. I mean, I hung out with her a bunch this weekend. So.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just don't know her that well.
Yeah, it's amazing. So here's some of the things. Quadratech was there. Of course they were. We were there. We had some great people hanging out with us. Thanks, Scott, for loaning us your vehicle and your body the whole weekend. Armorlight, Mickey, Maxxis, General, BFGs, Canati tires, Pipes. Pipes wasn't there. They were on my Jeep, but Amsoil, Out of Hand Fabrication, Aturo, Oh yeah, there was a club aisle, and I finally got to go
that's
hang
cool.
out with my friends over at Evolution Jeep Alliance.
Yep.
you
Great
know,
guys.
and gals. They're fantastic people. We do joint stuff with them, with our club, with them.
Great
and
y'all.
They off road way more than our
do.
club does,
Yeah.
and they've got some badass wheelers, and
Let me tell you.
yeah,
Absolutely.
top to bottom, they're just terrific. I can't say enough good things about them. It was cool to hang out with them. I tried all weekend to get out there, but it wasn't until the last day that I actually made it there. It's awesome to get recognized and stopped by people and talking to them. I love it. I absolutely love it. But it's weird to think that one of us is cool enough by ourselves to get stopped and talk to people for that long. But it was great. It was a lot of fun. The Saturday night in downtown with all the Jeeps everywhere. It's just one of those show and shines, walking up the street, looking at all the cool Jeeps. It's very cool. Very, very cool. All right, that was Bantam. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you guys had been there. Really
Maybe
wish
next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I do want to see it, and I'm interested in seeing it. I haven't been there, but it just looks cool. Downtown thing looks really cool.
That's cool, and I didn't go this year,
Right.
because I was tired, I was worn out, and I didn't want to have to get stuck in traffic or whatever. I will definitely go next year.
Right.
but
Said over 1,000 Jeeps.
they have a heritage section that's in a building, and it's all the grills from all the Jeeps past, and they've got all these really super old Jeeps there. And I mean, the original Zamboni was built on a Jeep platform, and
Sure it was. Why wouldn't you? I mean,
Right.
it's perfect.
It's a tractor, basically.
It's exactly it. And
They're-
then they had the military encampment, which was really cool, and they did live firing demonstrations with traditional M1s and cool World War II type armaments. It was very, very cool. So I would definitely recommend going, and for those two things alone,
Right.
and all the other stuff
Right.
that goes along with it.
Sure.
All right, that was Bantam. It was great. I loved it. It was a good time. It seems like I got to do that, and then almost immediately I took a day off from work, and then I come back and they've asked me to to trail guide and be the technical support for work. And we took the photographers and a couple of Jeeps out to do some photography for future marketing for products.
Yeah.
And so I got to wheel for 2 days and get paid for it, which is the greatest thing ever.
That was Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday and Thursday, yeah.
And then on Thursday, as you're driving home, I'm driving up.
Yeah, we literally passed. I saw you on 78
Really?
heading out. Yeah, you and Ron.
That's hilarious. So
I waved. You didn't see me. It was fine.
I was at that point, I was zoned in. I was on my way up there.
Well, I got to see all the rigs up there because they came up and parked them and did their own thing.
They wheeled on Wednesday and Thursday. Dave was kind enough to let them out there under special permission.
Yeah,
they are normally closed.
They weren't up on Wednesday. I know that for a fact.
No, they were there.
I know they were there. Their vehicles were there, but they weren't out on trails.
Yeah, they were.
Unless they took replacement vehicles, their vehicles were
They
there
were out
when
on
I
the
went out
Eastern
on the
Reserve.
trails and when I came back for lunch and then when I went back
Really?
out. Yeah.
Oh.
But
Thought
I
they
know
were
they were
out.
out on Thursday because I passed them out on
Gotcha.
the trail a couple times, but I don't
Okay.
think they were out on Wednesday
Okay.
because we were the only ones out on Wednesday.
Right.
Um,
Gotcha.
But, yeah, so we passed them, and
Yep.
you were going out, and I'm going to turn it over to you because all I saw was pictures and videos from friends that sent them to me, and I was jealous of being there the whole time. I actually wanted to go out and ride passenger with one of our friends, and
Yeah.
it looked awesome.
Yeah. So on Thursday afternoon, I made the trek up to AOAA for Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip. As I was pulling into the spot for my campsite, I realized first off that Gary and Gary from the Northwest Jeepcast was staying up at the campground at AOAA.
Which I'm going to pause real quick because we skipped that.
Yes, we did skip that.
We skipped that. Dawn, you
On-
masterfully scheduled this.
Well, they scheduled it. I just.
But you ran dude, they
I
give you
just-
so much credit and I give you so much credit. You're the reason why we were able to do a dual podcast.
Yeah. So
Talk about that.
We've been talking with them for a while.
Yeah,
You know, they're really popular West Coast Jeep podcast. If you haven't listened to them, I'm sure most of you have.
Whoa. They're international.
That's right. They are. They've got people in Canada.
Hey, wait a minute. We're international.
no,
we
too.
are too. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Or at least the surrounding area.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've been talking back and forth, and they're doing a 7,800 mile what they call Wheeling America trip.
Mhm.
They've got a gooseneck trailer. They're loading both their Jeeps up, Gary Henderson, Gary Tomlinson, and they're hitting all the major spots. So they came up here to wheel this part of the country, AOA and Roush. Monday I was at Hardline. Couple things to get caught up on there, and then Tuesday I took off the rest of the week. So Tuesday I met them up at AOAA, and Nate from SWB Crawler was up there, and we took him out. And we did we went and looked at Mammoth, walked around Mammoth for a while, and did sort of a couple of the sites, you know, the Whaleback and stuff like that. And then they wanted to go and put their tires on some rocks.
Yeah.
So we hit some blacks and reds. They did. We kind of just guided to that point and sort of did a little bit of spotting, but it was a good time. And then Wednesday, after we were done Tuesday, Wednesday they came down to Kutztown.
Right.
They actually recorded an episode in my apartment.
Nice.
And then they took off after that and came down here with us, and we recorded another episode in our studio with them.
Nice.
So they're cool dudes. I really had a good time. Both rigs are killer. Gary Henderson's is an absolute beast of a rig. It was an Ultra 4.
I got to drive it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's a big boy.
And it's on like eco slow mode, and he was like, "Here," and I was like, "He was like, it was we were hanging out on rocks all day. It doesn't need to be super turned up."
Right.
Super turned up will roast like all four.
Yeah.
At a standstill.
Yeah, super nice guys. I got to see them meet. I met them in Bantam, and we talked more than once. They got a brick from the original Bantam factory.
Oh, did they really?
I don't know if he had it hanging around his neck or not, Gary.
Oh, that's cool.
He said, I'm hanging around like Flava Flav or something. But it was cool. He was so proud he brought that by and showed me, which was really cool. But super nice guys, and I'm
Incredibly.
so glad that we got to do that.
And really, really into the whole Jeep life.
100%.
Not just, they've got friends all over the place. In fact, Wednesday they had a listener come down from Michigan, drove all the way down from Michigan just to hang out and wheel. And super nice guy, works for Stellantis or whatever the name of the company is right now.
So it's cool to have that Jeep life, and they are hardcore wheelers.
Oh, big
but
time.
They get the whole life. Like if you get them a stock Jeep, they're just going to have fun going.
Oh, absolutely.
To get groceries in it,
Yep.
They were funny dudes. We laughed a lot getting to see them out on the trail. They went to upper tax bracket on Thursday.
So they kind of got a little lost
and laughed a lot. I was like, I hope you didn't make it all the way to Timbertown with that big beast.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
that thing's about as long as a Gladiator and twice as wide.
It was so big. It's so big.
So
all right. So I wanted to go back and get that because thanks Don for hooking all that up, and
I wish I could spend more time with them, but I had penciled out a lot of family time. So
it's Father's Day weekend. It was a big deal, and I wasn't able to make it out this weekend, which is devastating. But all right, go ahead. Now you got up there, you partied. There was karaoke.
There was karaoke. We were hanging out, having a good old time. Esther and Tom from YJ Pixie Dust on Instagram.
Yeah.
We were hanging out with them from last year. They were up for the Hollie event last year. They parked diagonal across from us on the other side. So it was, Gary. Jerry was still up there.
Oh, yeah.
Another gentleman was up there as well. And then we were just, we got told to stop at like 12:30.
Oh, did you?
They were like, you need to shut it down. We were rocking and rolling, man. So that was absolutely a great time. And then woke up Friday morning for ultimate 4x4 field trip.
So it was really cool because they broke it out kind of by I don't want to say ability, but category or what you wanted to do. How was that broken out?
Actually, on the first day, they broke it out that you get to ride with the person or influencer that you kind of mostly wanted to ride with.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome. So you basically was able to choose an influencer that was attending the event. So Hollie Fowler, Marvin Stammel, Chuck Converse, Off-Road and Chill. So Marlon and Luna.
Yeah.
Yep. And then also Bleeping Jeep. So it was Matt, Colt, and Josh from Bleeping Jeep. Also,
did Marvin take a group? Or
yep, Marvin was in my group.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who am I forgetting? I don't know. That's how tired I am.
I know, right? Well, so that's cool. That how cool is that to?
Psycho Cupcake.
Oh, right.
And then also, okay, now I think that's it.
But how cool is that to be able to ride with?
I didn't just get to ride.
No, I know, but how cool is that to get to go out with people? Now the park really well.
I'm fanboying over there. So like I'm just. I was awestruck just having that many people there that are like the people you build and aspire to be. You want to go out and make videos of theirs and do what they do.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So,
you were helping out with some recovery stuff with that.
So I was up there to assist with any recovery or recovery situation. Mostly that meant fixing the stuff that was broke at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hollie reached out to me and said, hey, we need some people to help out that know the trails a little bit. So it was like guiding, recovering, fixing, anything you need. So I broke on the first day because
that's what you do.
I was sending.
It's Billy.
I was sending.
Billy. But you know what? What a better, well-rounded young man to do all that than Billy.
No, I couldn't say
logistics.
That's it right there.
Yeah, 110%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't do that much.
Logistics, guiding, braking,
fixing,
and sometimes on his own things. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but. First day I broke, got myself back together. Second day, Chuck Converse snapped an outer stub shaft. So we fixed that in the parking lot of AOAA, and he was up and rocking and rolling the next day. So it took about 2 hours because we had to physically cut the stub shaft because it was too long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have to make a run to the parts place?
No,
What'd you cut it with?
One.
You had one?
I had one. Do you realize?
Well, all these
I went up there with everything in the freaking kitchen sink.
So all the tons and 40s bros run Ford axles.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Ford front 60s.
Yeah.
So it's all interchangeable.
Right.
So that was on Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday we hit Mammoth. Oh, before that though, so I got to guide for. I was able to show Marvin the whole park, and it was really cool. We headed over to the western side, hit all the 102 blues, blacks.
Nice.
Found some new trails on top of it all, and then we headed out to Fern Ridge. I crawled up the V-notch.
Oh.
And
you didn't have to pull a line this time.
Oh, no. I'm the first V-notch.
Okay.
The big one.
Oh, really?
Crawled right up it, no big deal.
Nice.
Which one was it? I'm sorry.
The one you've climbed up and down multiple times.
The big V-notch on the first alcove of
Fern Ridge?
Fern Ridge.
Yeah, the red.
Walked up it without a spotter.
Seriously?
Dead serious.
The one with the 2 walls on it?
Yep.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Walked right up it.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. You're growing.
A little bit.
A little.
And then I still put it into the rock on the second one.
Yeah.
But I walked out of that too.
Yeah.
And I waved to the sky
Nice.
about 6 feet in the air.
Were you when you
wait,
did
wait.
that? Were you over in? So if you were standing at the bottom looking at that, was that the right line, like the all the way right?
No, the left line, the one that.
That we pinned it in a rock.
Yep.
Okay.
So I did it again.
Right.
Haven't learned my lesson.
Yeah. Front dig out of it.
No, I just backed up, popped around it, and then
Gotcha.
diagonal up.
Canada has voted. We're
Mhm.
changing Bill's name. It's no longer Buggy Bill, but Break It Bill.
Break it, Bill. I love that.
Break it, Bill.
Break
Well,
It
that's
Bill.
what I told Gary and Gary. You know, like they're like, so what's everybody's role in the podcast? And I'm like, Terry's like he's like our IT guy, sort of the face of the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, not super automotive technical, kind of learning, you know,
Mhm.
but really good with what he does. And I'm like, Billy is an incredibly sharp young man. I'm like, well-rounded. He's mechanical. He's also an engineer. He really understands his shit. And if you have anything you need to see how strong it is, give it to him.
Because I will break it.
No, what was your description of you?
Ah, perfect.
I know, right? In
Yeah.
every way.
In every last way.
There's as he's saying that to me, a little glimmer in his light.
Yeah.
It was I had a little sound effect with it. I
Yeah,
knew.
Love it.
I knew right then. So Sunday, you guys went out to Mammoth, and
Well, Saturday was even like we did every hard trail on the eastern side, so I was able to guide for Marvin again.
oh, cool.
We went out, did 12A as a little warm up,
Yeah, yeah.
which is a small little side trail. Got through that, headed over to took Trail 10 to 18 to like the top of Barney Rubble.
Yeah, and then went
It's
up.
like I
from
think
there,
it's Trail
right?
17, and then we went up 38C extension,
Yep.
which is the black.
Yeah.
Did all that, and then we headed into M Trail,
Okay.
which is freaking gnarly.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, M Trail it's got some gonads. Got to the top of M Trail, looped around, went into full SOB.
Yeah.
Up through the middle, did all of SOB out the other side, hit the hill climb at the end with Renee's Hill.
Yeah.
Didn't do
Yeah.
Renee's, but you go up that like side dugout.
Isn't the side thing harder than the Renee's Hill?
No, I think Renee's Hill you would flop on because of how you have to drop into it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty.
There's some big rocks on that.
Oh, I was very off camber.
Yeah.
Actually, to the point of that, I was lifting a front tire probably about 50% of the time going through SOB.
Yeah.
That's
SOB
how off
with your flexibility.
my flex. It was
That was an interesting sound.
Definitely different.
with my flex. It was I was fully flexed out, and I was in.
Sorry, it's like playing a guitar.
Come on,
My bad.
Don.
I was gonna see if I could play like "Smoke on the Water" or something on it.
Can we get back to me lifting a tire?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
No, Don's role on the podcast is really just to distract at any given
yes,
moment, like
fly.
I'm an official ADD dude.
squirrel.
Yeah.
So flexed out limit straps, and I was lifting the front tire because the front wasn't locked, and it would stop spinning as it lifted off the ground. It would it wouldn't spin anymore, and I'm like, oh, that's not on the ground anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
It
Well,
was
good for
fun.
you.
Oh, and then we headed back down, went across Twist, did the Railroad Creek
Oh, yeah.
into Twister, Balderdash exit, Screaming Jimmy's around, down Barney Rubble,
You guys put
up
some mileage on.
39C.
Lower? Did you get lower at all?
We did not hit lower.
Okay.
And then, but they hit lower on Thursday.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
I'm really curious because I heard lower washed out. Like it's an
did.
animal.
Yeah.
It is an animal now.
I know Hollie's group did upper and lower, top to bottom.
Yep.
So they didn't come
They went
up it;
down
they
it.
went
That's-
down it, which is an interesting take on it itself
Yeah.
makes the ledge a little bit more tolerable, but it's still
a huge drop.
it's a huge drop. And I watched a video from that, and it was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I think this weekend, from what I hear from everybody, is everybody kind of pushed themselves past what they normally would do, and found success.
Oh yeah.
I did. There's some people that broke. I mean,
Happens.
it literally would go through the alphabetized list of the people that broke something. But it was, from everything I saw, because I constantly was on watching the social medias, watching our lives, watching other people's stuff. People push themselves, and we haven't even got to Mammoth yet. But
Mike Reidenbach actually flopped his rig on the top of Renee's.
flopped it.
Flopped it on its side.
Oh,
That sucks.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a bad place to flop too.
It really
Did he
is.
actually crest the hill, or did he?
No, he went
right at the top where that rock is.
right at the top. He went over on its
That's
side.
a bad place to do
That's
that.
a really bad place to do it.
yeah, because if you flop the wrong way there,
Yeah, and I mean even recovering
rolling.
it. Yeah, even recovering is a pain in the butt there.
Yep.
It stalled, and then he lost brakes and
Manual.
Yeah.
That damn manual, guys.
yep,
so with a big old
Crazy.
V8 in it.
yeah, yeah. That's probably why it was okay.
Yeah,
There was enough oil that could save itself.
yeah.
V8 swapped the world.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. And then we hit Mammoth.
Tell me,
Mammoth was hungry,
as I've seen Mammoth,
very hungry.
I got to kind of look at Mammoth.
Did you walk it at all?
Not a lot. I don't walk shit, dude.
That's
If they
a good
don't,
point.
and when Porsey puts in the escalator,
You'll do
then,
it.
then
I'll do it.
I'm all
Actually,
over it.
that's a damn good idea. Just like one of those, like the airport where
Yeah,
you're on the
yeah.
commit.
Yeah,
You're on the committee.
Awesome.
right. Those rocks are for real, dude. Because you walked it.
I walked it, and there is massive holes in that thing. Like
Yeah.
they seriously could park my Jeep in some of them.
Yeah.
I almost did park my Jeep forever.
in
one of
yeah,
them.
no kidding.
Every once in a while, I get these I'm like, I can wheel. I'll take my Jeep on there.
Yeah. So Jason sent me
I
a
think
picture of your rig, and it looks so small in amongst the rocks.
Yeah.
And then when I zoomed in, I realized you had winch line coming out of it.
I may have.
I was like, oh.
That would be nothing to be ashamed of on that
No,
trail.
no.
I mean, I will.
I
It's going to take like a $150,000 buggy to blast through that rock bouncer.
it
From
takes a
beginning to
moon
end.
buggy.
Yeah, from
That's what it
beginning to
takes.
end.
Yeah.
Moon buggy in 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what competed it. Competed it.
No, I don't
Completed
think Dave. I think Dave said he didn't make it all the way through. He bailed at like one of the last.
No, it's been done.
I have to ask Dave again. I thought he said because he went like up to the almost the it was like the second or third last exit and bailed off.
Oh.
But I mean, nonetheless,
Yeah.
it is just it keeps going. Like when he was talking about it, I'm visualizing a football field. It
No.
goes, and then there's a lake in the middle, and then you drive
Yeah.
through the lake, and then your tires are wet and muddy and slimy, and you have no traction.
Oh, wait,
and-
no, hold up. Before you even get into it, they make you drive through a giant-ass puddle to make your tires all wet and muddy.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of
And then
course.
there's another one in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's a little over 4,400 feet, or 44,
6,600.
and then
It's a mile and a quarter.
but because of the elevation changes and
Yep.
everything, it becomes 6,600.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
because I
mean,
did
there's
an
some
interview with Porsey about it
Okay.
in the middle of the week, and it's for real.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably one of the top 10 trails in the country at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Fordyce,
hardest.
hardest.
Absolutely.
If not top 5, if not number 1. Seriously,
Yeah,
I mean,
those
Fordyce
rocks.
has some wicked shit with like the winch hills and stuff. That at least that from what I've seen on TV. But that
the
is
extended.
nuts.
We had some of the most capable drivers and capable rigs in the country out on that thing.
Yeah,
And we all struggled.
and I watched some of them being pulled off of the trail.
Yes.
I think Marvin, if you're listening, 24 Hell and Back.
Oh hell yeah! But you know what? The thing is, like, I don't think anybody's making it through. It's not good for full body rigs.
No, not at all.
No, it's aluminum panels and
There will be photos posted
yeah.
of different angles and aspects, and also check out the YouTube. We're going to be releasing videos. I got a whole bunch of video from the Mammoth.
Yeah.
And it swallows tires. It swallows a 40 like it's nothing.
43 is
40
where you need to be.
No, they're small.
Really. A 50.
Yeah, Scott said it was dubbed the hardest East Coast trail in the comments. I guarantee you that has got to be quite possibly the hardest trail in the country.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
If not the world, if not the universe.
Right. I know you've been chomping at the bit to get out on it since Dave announced it.
I'll be honest with you. Coming up to it, waking up in the morning, I'm like, cool, yeah, we're getting out on it.
Yeah.
Pull into the parking lot. I'm like, shit, we're actually getting on it.
Yep.
Pull up to it. My hands are shaking.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is no joke. This is the hardest trail I've ever looked at in my life.
Yep.
I mean, like, I've looked at Balderdash, and I think I've found a line through it. There is no line.
No, and it's got to be mentally fatiguing. Like, I can
You're
imagine
driving
being
the whole
into it
Yeah.
2 hours and just being fatigued, like constantly trying to find angles from rock to rock.
Yeah.
It's a chess match.
Yeah.
Dave Porzy says it is the hardest chess match you'll ever play in your life, and it is absolutely true. Like,
Right.
you are constantly backing up forward, back forward, trying this, trying that, maneuvering. And
Dave was there to oversee the placement of each rock.
Yeah. Well, so here's
Just
the
kidding.
thing.
I don't know if he was.
no, he wasn't. But
if you look at, but they did have an engineer that did. But if you look at like Boulder Dash, you look for upper tax bracket. Those are one obstacle really. It's not, you're not doing 100 yards worth of trail.
you do
right?
obstacle, go a little bit, obstacle, go a little bit, obstacle.
Every time your tire rotate, it's a different obstacle on that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Those rocks that are in those trails were put there by God.
Yeah, right.
Or any higher power that you believe in. I don't care about that. Or Mother Nature.
Right.
The rocks out on the Mammoth were put there by man.
Yeah. And
They
really big machinery.
Hold up. They move, too.
Oh, yeah.
As I discovered, Woody's Jeeps moved one.
Yeah. What do you think?
The size of a small car.
Yeah, and this thing moves.
And it moved forward. He went over it, and then it fell back into its hole.
That's some Indiana Jones shit there.
Oof.
It was. Oh, it's on video, so check out the YouTubes.
Yeah, all joking aside, that Mammoth Trail is no joke. Like, it just keeps going and going and going and going. It looks like one of those ocean breaks, but on land and up hills.
From like 300 yards away, 400 yards away, it looks killer, but you have no scope of scale
until
you walk up to it and you see the
and
rocks.
then that in itself, yes. And then when you walk on it and you step into one of those holes, you're like,
right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the I don't know. I would love, but I probably couldn't, like, I don't know. I would love to watch somebody from beginning to end, but it would probably get boring watching them because there's a lot of, it's so slow moving,
And it is all very crawling, slowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jason just commented, when your driver meeting contains, quote unquote, if you have sheet metal, it will be damaged.
Yeah, right.
End quote. That means this is no joke.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And there was some rubbing and tubbing, It happens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely glad that I didn't take my rig out on that.
I broke the inner shaft. Chuck Converse broke his outer shaft. Andrew Bailey's old rig, owned by a guy named Steven.
Yeah.
Which rig was that? The Jeep?
The Jeep.
Oh, man, that was a nice Jeep, too.
Twisted the front drive shaft like it was nothing. And then that was really it for brake-wise.
Let me see. No, it wouldn't let me. Yeah, there we go. So if you're watching a live, you can actually see some of the rigs.
So that's Chuck Converse, and behind him, I think his name was Alan. Behind that was, I don't know. Oh, and then Gnome Built, and
I'm gonna throw one more on there,
yeah.
just for scale, and then we'll post these on there. Yeah, these rocks are huge. It was good. So I'm glad you got to do that, and I know that at some point you'll probably go out and venture out further.
Yeah.
But I could.
That's new Bleeping Jeep?
Yes, that is
That's
a
Scorpion
crawler.
2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 40s. Isn't it?
No, they're 43s.
Yeah.
Okay. Same difference, but they look small. In those,
They
yeah.
look tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything makes it look. Yeah.
But I can also see them, coming in and making a course, literally painting out a course that instead of take whatever line you can to get up this segment, you have to go a specific way to get through
Yeah,
it.
maybe if they do like some kind of, that's like that rock bouncing stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that, or also I think there is opportunity for We Rock, SLRC,
Yep.
some type of gate.
Like we
design.
we
Yeah.
rock though. I mean, they would just use a section, right?
Well, yeah, they would use the first section, third
Right.
section, or
Right,
something like
right.
that. Start at one point, come up, or
Right.
dive in,
Yeah.
come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I could definitely see that in the future.
It's no joke.
Yeah. Well, and then we all rushed back here to the studio tonight, so we could all be together and talk about this.
Mm.
It was awesome. It was a really, really good 10 days of Jeep life stuff. So
I agree.
I know that we've got audio from the Northwest Jeepcast.
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to edit that down, and they're going to do the same thing. So it'll be
Mhm.
interesting to hear how each of us kind of edits it.
Yeah,
and they're
right,
gonna
right.
put their version out on their feed, and we'll put our version out on our feed.
Right. Ours
Um,
will be better.
Yeah,
I mean,
No doubt.
absolutely.
just
Throwing
kidding-
it out there
just
for
kidding,
Gary
Gary's.
Henderson, right? He was like, "Stop tapping the table." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
So actually, Matt did pull off. He didn't break, but he pulled off, and he said, I'm taking a break. It's exhausting
Yeah.
to go through all that.
I'm telling you, I could just imagine.
That
been
was
on,
just the first bailout we got
Yeah.
to. That's
Yeah.
not even, we weren't through the first
No,
section.
I've been on I don't know. I've been on trails where I just get tired. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
a lot of technical stuff.
Yep.
And I get tired and I kind of lose my focus, and I almost got to stop for a little bit. And it is nothing compared to that.
So, and then here's another thing that I get is you just get flustered too. You
I'm
get into
sure.
these situations and you're back, forth.
I'm never
back,
getting
forth.
out of here.
Never get, and you look down next to you and the hole that you're in,
You can't get out of your vehicle.
you can't get out because, and the rock, the only thing that's holding your vehicle up is a rock next to you.
Yeah.
Could you imagine picking your nose on that course? I mean, you would definitely blow your finger through into your brain cavity. Yeah.
Oh my God! Thanks, Don, for
No
bringing it
problem.
back for us.
Thanks, Dr. Don.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. I'll throw this one up here as the last one that I throw up. This is awesome. Here we go. There we go. There's Break It Bill.
Yeah, that was me sitting in one of those holes.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's a great picture.
it is a great picture.
You
Thanks,
look like the
Jason,
man
for
in the buggy with your helmet on and got the
I know.
harness.
Disney has Wreck-It Ralph. We've got Break It Bill.
I like that.
Yeah,
I think we have to get shirts made.
Break it, Bill.
Break it, Bill.
for real.
With a broken U joint on it.
So just real quick before we end up the whole thing about the Mammoth Trail, I want to put this out there. The biggest thing that Dave and Barry, Barry's on the board of AOAA, they want to emphasize to everyone out there is that this is an ultimate trail. We took a lot of safety precautions. We all had helmets on. We all had 4-point, 5-point harnesses. We all had full cages that were built that are DOM tubing that are, these rigs are designed to be out in this kind of. You're not getting your JK on 37s.
No.
You're not getting
hell yeah.
your Cherokee on
With 35s.
35s.
I love when people say that.
Not happening. There wasn't a single rig on that trail that didn't have tires smaller than 40s.
You have to plan in advance. You're
You
not
have to
going
call
up there
them.
the day of. And
Well, so there's a whole bunch of
and show up.
requirements
Yep.
now that they have posted for that.
And these requirements are for your safety and because also break it, Bill. You're dumb.
You're right.
So
Exactly.
37s, front and rear lockers. You got to be on front and rear lockers, and depending on the rig, they're turning away full bodied rigs.
Yep.
Oh, and basically the way that they put it is they look at your rig.
Yeah.
You have to go through a safety inspection with Dave.
Right.
Like this isn't. Yeah. They can look at it and they can tell you no, and it's their decision at this point
Yep.
because of it. Also, they look at you and say that has sheet metal on it.
It's going to get damaged.
It's gonna get messed up.
You also have to have a recovery vehicle that's just designated for recovery.
Correct, which just sits on the side
Yep.
of it. There's a road that runs down pretty much. The first 100 yards of the trail is fairly.
There's roads on either side.
Yes, there is. When we went in the first gate, the first 100 yards, you drive through the puddle up into the first set, and there is no road. There's nothing there. So you break there, you're on your own. You got to get it out, this, that, and the other thing. About 100 yards in, there's a road that starts on the left-hand side that runs up the first section. I got pulled up a hill that was like half sideways, holy crap. And then Colt had to pull my rear axle sideways to pull me down the hill because I was like just straight perpendicular. I couldn't go forward because I would go down
Yep.
this embankment that's like ridiculously steep. And then, so it was, but yeah, there is a road that runs it. You need a recovery vehicle. You need to have another vehicle. You need to have some serious weight, too, up there to make sure that you are being able to recover off that vehicle
Yep.
at point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, woo-wee. But what a great week of jeeping. And everybody, this has been great kind of recapping it all. I can't wait till we all can go up there and kind of Mammoth, I'm going purely as a spectator.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. There's plenty of spectating all the way along
Yep.
it. Like, this was packed. There was people lining both sides of it because we were out there. Like, it's really a spectator area.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's great. Woo, I'm tired. I'm ready for bed because work is going to come real early in the morning.
I need a beer.
And cool. All right. So where can people find us? And let's try to get our stuff out there. Then Flex Rocks and Roll. And,
Yeah. So,
do the whole thing.
first of all, head over to our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, like, hang out for the new videos coming out. We're going to try to get the best as possible on that. Also, Instagram, Facebook. Go over there, follow us. Follow Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip. Hollie Fowler, Mischief Maker, Marvin Stammel, Flex Rocks and Rollovers, Jeeper, McJeeper Face, Psycho Cupcake, Off-Road and Chill. There's
And they all put out
Chuck
great content
Converse.
this week.
Everyone's going to be putting out content. And it's just Matt, Colt, and Josh from Bleeping Jeep.
Yep.
Like, there is going to be so much content. A big shout out to Chris. He ran an amazing event for Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip. If you want to attend one, there is still spots open at other locations. This was just the first event, and I think it's probably going to be coming back to AOAA again.
I hope so because I want to join.
Yeah.
For Break It Billy,
Hey, also real quick,
And-
I'm sorry, I'm going to give myself a plug.
give yourself a plug.
Big Red and Reaper on Instagram, my Facebook out there. Just to check out all the other content that's going to be coming out. I'm going to try to share as much as possible from
Yep.
Ultimate 4x4.
Cool.
So,
Well, we appreciate it. Break It Billy, Dr. Don, Jeep and Terry. Here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody. Have a good night.
See ya.
Q.
There was a lot of line pulled.
Well, I bet there was. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It was a fun show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Big
tired.
shout out to Jason Campbell.
Oh yeah.
And Ron Hawk for hanging out for the weekend too.
Yeah.
Jason, I think, had an amazing time.
That's what he said.
Ron had a great time as well until, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, Ron, I need to get some audio from you. I'll figure out how to do that
Well, yeah.
soon.
I'm working from home tomorrow, so
All right, I am too. Cool.
if he's passing by or something.
Yep.
Or I can run
Sounds
over there.
great. All right. Good night, everybody. Hang out. See you soon.